0 through 9. And this comes out false. So you can check if a string has a digit in it by using that. How about S dot, there's another one called is let's see, what is it? Alphanumeric. Alphanumeric. That means a letter or a digit. Right?
Like a keypad?
Yeah, so let's create a new string. We'll call it Y, and we'll make it a string with some junk in it, like T, like a password. U $5 sign. Okay. And if we say Y dot lower, it's going to convert the letters to lower. But if we say Y dot is alphanumeric, does it only contain numbers and letters? Alphanumeric. Well, this has got some special characters. It's got a percent and a dollar sign. So what is this going to print out when I hit return here? What do you guys think this is going to print out? This is a Boolean result. True or false, right?
False.
False, yeah. Yeah, because it doesn't contain only letters and numbers, right? It's saying, is it alphanumeric? Now, if I said, is, I don't know how you check for special characters or not. There's probably something in there. Let me see what else we got. Is decimal, is lower, is upper, and then we got title. Okay. So let's say is decimal. That's false. Okay, let's set another number. Let's put z equal 3.14. Z dot is decimal. Oh, float doesn't have, so it has to be a string. Okay. Okay. Now let's try it. I'm not sure what is decimal means. I thought it meant, it's not the same as digits. Oh, I think it's digits.
I thought that it looks like a float, doesn't it?
Let's see what this does. That's false. Okay, because it has a decimal. Somebody has to look that up for me. What was the other one that we had there? Is lower, okay, and is upper, and title. Okay, so let's create another one called Q equals hello in lowercase, and we'll say Q dot is lower. Is it all lower? So what's this going to print out? True or false?
True.
True, yeah. And how about S dot is upper? Because we know S is still hello, right? Is upper. That's true, because remember S is hello. And if I want to see all the variables I just created, and then these are some built-in, so I got Q, S, Y, and Z. Why is that? So Y dot is upper. That's true. Because because it's only looking at the letters, and the letters that are in there are uppercase. There's probably something called is special or something. What was the other one? Title. Oh yeah. Let's try title. Let's say my title equals, this is CIS 129 course, whatever. If I say my title dot title, it capitalizes every word. It just takes every word and puts a cap in front of it, because the first letter of that word is a capital, which is pretty cool. So these are all methods that you can do, that you can call on strings. and there's more. Let's see where we are here. We did title, is alpha, lower, capitalized, yeah. Okay, a couple more things. We got a few minutes here. Any questions about that? So those are methods, not functions. And we're going to get more into that when we get into object-oriented programming, because then you'll be writing your own methods. You'll be creating your own objects, and you can write your own methods. You can write your own is upper and is lower, to lower, to upper, stuff like that. Okay, this is something that you're going to hear about. When we write a function, do we pass it by reference or by value? This is a computer science term, pass by reference and pass by value. Okay, so let's say we have, we set x equal to 10, and we write a function called, this is something that you're going to have to do, so I'll help you out here. We'll call it times 10. And it takes some int, and it returns some int multiplied by 10. Pretty simple, right? Very simple function. Okay. So if I call and I say y equals times 10, I'm calling the function now, and I'm passing it an argument of x. Okay. So we got a variable called x. We've written our own function. The function returns the parameter times 10, and now we've set up another variable called y, and we set that equal to the call of the function with x. Okay. So now we want to get into pass by reference and pass by value. So how is x modified? When I take in x, basically, does it make a copy of it, which is pass by value, makes a copy?
As opposed to reassigning it?
As opposed to pass by reference, which accesses it directly. Okay? So some functions will make a copy of this 10, modify it, and it doesn't really affect this at all. Okay? This probably wasn't the best. Let's try this. Let's say y equals 0. Okay. So this is maybe a better example. Okay. So y has a value. We pass x in here, and this basically what you need to know is Python always passes by reference. So it's actually modifying the things that you pass it directly. It's not making a copy. Okay. So that's what you have to remember. I don't know if this is the best example. So what I need to do is, let's see. So anyway, what would this return? What would y be after this?
0.
Okay, we passed it 10, right? 10 times 10. 100. So y is going to be 100 in this case.
I thought you redefined it at the top of 0.
We did. We initialized it
Oh.
as 0.
But
So
it's
y
not
is
just making
0.
a copy, it's accessing it direct.
Did you mean to say x equals 10 at the top instead of y equals 10? Or the other
No,
one?
no, both. But this isn't really what I wanted to show. I want to show
Oh,
you
no,
guys.
I understand.
Yeah, I want to show you guys changing something inside that we pass it. Let's see. Let's say let's do it, let me write another one that might explain it a little bit better. I just want you guys to see that when you pass arguments, they are changed. It's passed by reference is changing. So let's say x equals 3 in this case. And then let's write a function called modify it. Modify it. Okay. And we're taking my int, just one argument. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to say my int equals my int times 10, and then we're going to return my int. So this is a little bit better. Okay, so we got x equal 3. We got a function that takes its argument and it changes it by multiplying it by 10 and returns it. So if I now say y equals modify it, and I pass it x, okay, so y is going to be equal to, at the end, 3 times 10 is 30, and it should modify x as well. No, it won't. My bad. Jeez. I'm looking at this now and it's like, this is a global variable now. These are locals, right? So the only way we could modify this is by saying global x here. And then we would say, sorry to confuse you guys. Now we would say x equals x times 10 and return x. Okay. So here's a good example of, make this x. Okay, here's a good example of pass by reference. So we're passing it 3. We're saying, I want this x to be the same x as that one, the global x, and I want to change the global x to x times 10. So 3 is going to change to 30. I'm going to return 30. Y is going to be 30.
Bless you.
And then x is also going to be 30, is going to be equal to 30 at the end. I think that makes it clear. All you have to remember really is pass by reference accesses the arguments directly. Pass by value makes a copy and doesn't modify them. That's what you have to remember. Those are the two key takeaways. Did that confuse everybody? Did I ever show you guys how to access a global variable inside of a function by using the global keyword? This is how you do it. You have to say global x first, and then you can assign x. So let me type it up and let's try it. Let's see if I'm right. Let's get out of this for a second. And let me comment this guy out. So that's commented out. That's all commented. Okay. Let's put this at the bottom.
Doesn't like the syntax of where I just wrote global x.
Okay, so what do we got here? X equals 3. That's global, because it's outside of anything. Then I'm going to say modify it. Say x. And we're going to say global x.
This is capital X, isn't it?
No, it's lowercase.
Just let him do this thing before you ask.
And then we're going to say x equals x times 10. Turn x. Oh, do I have something else about here? all commented out. Let's see. Yeah, it is. X equals 3, global X. And then I should be able to say Y equals, modify it. And I'm going to pass in X. And I'm going to print Y. It's already complaining about this for some reason. Let's try that. So we're not even really using this. Let's try passing it to. So this should modify X, the global value of X. Okay, let's see. So Y should be 30 and X should be 30 at the end. Let's see if I'm right. Yeah. So that worked. So I had to put global X in here to modify X. So at the very end I printed X and X printed out as 30. Okay. Why don't you guys take a break? This is a lot to cover. Come back at 2 o'clock, and then we have a. If you don't want to take a break, I'm going to give you the in-class activity. Let me make it a little cleaner. This is what you have to do in class. And this is about a 3-line program if you get it right. So you got to implement a Fahrenheit function that returns the Fahrenheit equivalent of Celsius temperature. So this is the formula. Fahrenheit equals 9/5 times centigrade, or Celsius, plus 32. So I want you to print out a chart that says Fahrenheit in one column and Celsius in the other. And I want you to do it with 1 digit of precision. And I want you to print the outputs in a neat tabular format. And I've already written it. I'm going to run it and just show you what it looks like. Okay. Hopefully, let's see. I just need to comment this out. Oh, let's put this one. Let's see. Is there more? Okay. Where's my other? How come this is open? All right, there we go. I want to show you guys the code. Yeah. Okay. All right. So here's what it looks like. Ah. 67. Got some from there. Oh, I didn't comment this out. Hang on, guys. I'm gonna swap this out for a second. Okay, here's what it looks like when it runs. Let me put this back on laptop. Okay. Okay, so it printed. Let's go to the top. Celsius and Fahrenheit, and you see how they're right justified? With 1 digit of precision, and the numbers end up right at the end of the word, Celsius and Fahrenheit. Right? So 0 Celsius is 32, which is freezing. And then if you go all the way up, 100 Celsius should be boiling, which is 212. Got it. And everything is right justified. So all the decimals line up. So that is your assignment. But we're gonna cover a few things once you come back, but then we're gonna do that in class. And you guys remember, when you right align something, if I wanted to print out, for example, hello, and right align it, I'm gonna make it a formatted print, right? And then I'm gonna put hello in here. So I'm gonna use a double quote then a single. And then I'm gonna say, if I wanna print hello, right aligned in a character, a line of 10 characters, this is how I would do that. So that would print 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and it's gonna print hello, right aligned in 10. Okay. And then if I wanted to print a number, say, with 1 digit of precision, right aligned, say I have a number I, so I would do colon, and say I wanted this 12.1F. Okay, so this would print my number I, say I said I equal to 312.5. So this is going to print I in 12 spaces. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 with 1 digit of precision. Let's make it 4. So it's going to print 5.213. It's only going to print 1 digit of precision. It's going to flush it right in 12. So those are a couple of key things that'll help you with this little assignment.
Can't really see it from over there.
Oh yeah, yeah, that's a bad angle for you. So take a break if you need it. Go out, get some water, or go to the bathroom, whatever you need.
What's that squiggly line that you drew there? Is that a?
This one?
bracket? Yeah.
It's a curly brace, sorry. That look better? This is the way to do formatted prints. And if you want to print a string out, you've got to separate it in single quotes, and then the whole formatted print in doubles. So you're going to print your header out. I guess I could type it on here just so you can kind of see it. This should look like this. Let's see, what was that? Celsius. Hang on. Oh, I did it, yeah, Celsius and Fahrenheit. Right about that.
You guess where's the? Give me a guess.
And this should be 0.0. And this would be 30.
Oh, what's that? No, it's not. I just tried visiting any Google. It just says time.
Whatever this is.
Like I see that there's PCCX.
0.32.1 is 33.8. And and so on until we get to 100. Oops, I moved that over one more. And this would be 212. There we go. So that's what it's going to look like at the end. Something like that. If you do it right. So I want all these things to line up right, but the words need to line up right. So the words you would do like this, and then the numbers you're going to do like this. So these two lines are going to give you basically 2/3 of this program, and it's really only 3 lines of code. And you can ask for help now if you want. And I'll check out how far you got. Adrian, you help?
No,
No, you're good. Nicholas.
so put that in.
Yeah, so first, what do you want to do? So think about the big picture first. Like, you want to print out, how many things do you want to print out first?
First.
0 to 100, right? So that's going to be a for loop. For I in range,
So,
start at 0. So that's going to be the very first line.
So for I
In
in
range. And how do you get to 0 to 100? You start with 0.
0 and then comma,
Yeah.
100 and
Yeah.
and then do I do?
No, that's it. That's all you need.
Oh, that's it.
Yeah, and then put a colon there. Yeah. Actually, that won't be your first line. Sorry, there'll be one line above that. So that's, but you need that line. So open a line above that.
Okay.
Now you're going to print out Celsius and Fahrenheit first. You're going to print this out, and then you're going to do your loop.
All right. So print.
And then you're going to use this. You're going to use this format here. But there's, instead of one word, there's going to be 2 there.
So let's see.
Yeah. Good.
And then do I do a space?
No.
Or do
So.
I
So now put a colon. So in the curly braces. Oh no, you're right. Put a colon. Yeah.
then what I have to put?
And I would just put 10 for now. And then move over.
And then do I make
Do
another
it again,
code,
yeah.
right?
Mhm.
And then do the same thing
Mhm.
for Fahrenheit?
The single quote. And that's a longer word, so you're gonna need more than 10 for that, right?
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Well, actually, it is 10 letters. So.
Okay. So I'll do that.
Okay, you got that, right? And also put, okay, change that to like just 10 for now, and then just say print out underneath that.
Underneath this.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Okay. And change that to 10 instead of 100, just so you can see. Okay, just, and try to run that, see what it looks like. Did you say that? Yeah, call it. Yeah, call it whatever. Yeah. You could call it Celsius. .pi. There you go, Cipriano. Now you're thinking. You can just name it like Celsius, whatever. .pi, I don't care. That's a simple name.
Okay.
Okay, you saved it?
Yes.
Okay, and
That's
you
what
ran
I
it?
did.